Moving in felt like the right decision. Quiet neighborhood, older house, cheap rent, a good enough setup to finally live alone. At least, that was the plan. I didn't notice anything strange the first few nights, but the house made sounds that didn't quite fit. The usual creaks and groans were there, sure, but there was something heavier. Footsteps. Soft and slow above the ceiling. I tried to ignore them. Told myself it was just old wood shifting, maybe raccoons in the attic. But that excuse stopped working when I heard someone cough, clearly, humanly, just after midnight. Right above my bedroom. That night I didn't sleep. I sat on the floor with every light on, clutching my phone, waiting to hear it again. It never came. Not that night. The next morning, I got brave, or stupid. Pulled the ladder down, climbed into the attic, and scanned the darkness with a flashlight. In one corner, tucked behind a support beam, was a crawl space I hadn't seen before. The panel was slightly ajar. Inside, a rolled-up sleeping bag, a half-empty water bottle, snack wrappers, and a spiral notebook. The first page had my name. The second had a list of times: when I showered, when I left for work, when I came back. The third page had a message scrawled across it in thick black pen. I like your voice. The attic was empty when the police came. But some nights, I still hear coughing. Mirrors always made me uneasy, even as a kid. Not because of anything supernatural, just something about catching your own face out of the corner of your eye when you're not expecting it. It never felt right. The hallway mirror in this house was different, though. Taller, older. The kind with slightly warped glass that made your reflection feel slow, delayed, almost alive in a way it shouldn't be. I first noticed it while turning off the lights one night. The reflection didn't match the movement. It blinked a fraction too late, just enough to stop me mid-step. Stared at it for a while, trying to figure out if it was just the lighting or my imagination. Eventually convinced myself it was nothing. Then came the second moment, walking past and catching a second version of myself still standing in the mirror when I had already turned the corner. Heart dropped. Went back. Nothing there. For a week, I avoided it at night. Kept the hallway dark, stopped looking directly at it. But some part of me knew it wasn't done. One night I heard breathing. Not from the room. From the mirror. Deep, slow breaths, like someone standing just out of frame, exhaling against the glass. I recorded it. Nothing came through. Not a sound. But when I reviewed the footage, there was something behind me in the reflection. Tall. Shadowy. Not moving. Just watching. Decided to cover the mirror after that. Used an old bedsheet, duct taped it to the wall. But the next morning, it was back on the floor. And written in the fogged-up glass behind it were 5 words. Don't ignore your other side. Haven't looked into that mirror since. But sometimes, late at night, it looks into me. The quiet that fills the house after midnight feels different when alone. Not peaceful, just heavy, like the kind of silence that waits for something to happen. Phones usually buzz or ring during the day, but past 2 a.m., the screen suddenly lighting up feels off. A missed call appeared one night at exactly 2:17 a.m. No ringtone, no vibration, just the glow of the screen. The number was unknown. Dismissed it as a prank or glitch, nothing to worry about. The next night, 2:17 a.m. again. Another missed call. Same silence. Same unknown number. It was starting to feel deliberate, but still, it wasn't easy to admit the creeping unease settling in. By the third night, hesitation gave way to curiosity and fear. The phone lit up, but this time, it wasn't because it rang. The screen blinked on by itself. The number displayed was a strange mix of symbols and zeros, nothing like a real phone number. Returned the call, despite every instinct telling not to. Silence on the other end. Then breathing. Slow, shallow, close. The line went dead. After that night, a friend was asked to stay over. Laughter tried to drown the tension, but the unease stuck like a shadow. No calls came that night. No strange noises. Just silence. But the next morning, the bathroom mirror had a message written in the condensation, faint, almost invisible. Don't bring anyone else. Since then, calls come every night, always from different numbers. No voices. Just the same breath, and the feeling that something unseen is closer than ever. Those who stay over stop sleeping. And sometimes, when no one's watching, the phone rings again. Thank you for watching. See you next time.